Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birds Idell. With me, as always, most of my boys are in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
And on vacation, Anthony Sciulli not here again and again and again. But it doesn't matter because we got my main man, my co-host, Moneyline Welsh. What up, Moneyline?
What's going on? Dude, remember you guys used to go, woo, and clap for me?
I almost thought about doing it today, but I just
I
backed
haven't
off.
got that in a while, dude.
We'll start it back
I
up.
kind of liked it.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, man. First off, thanks to everyone who signed up for the Patreon this week. I think we had like 15 people sign up. That was great. We keep it's posted on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can go on Patreon. Just look up Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Also got a comedy show coming up at Bottle Rocket Social on the 9th. And then that's like a loaded WDV show. I'm pretty sure them tickets might have sold out already. But Ray Zawadney's coming back on. He'll be here March 10th. And that's going to be a great show out at Contra Theater. So grab your tickets for that one. That's going to be a good time. Also, we have our St. Patrick's Day merch is up. I think we've posted on all of our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So I think you can find it anywhere. You could always send me a private message. I'll send you the link and everything. But some really cool stuff this year. 3 really nice Greenfield Finest podcast things, and a couple of the Greenfield University things that people from Greenfield always buy.
You got to go to the Old Faithful with the Greenfield University.
It's the best seller.
That's crazy.
It put some money in the bank.
I get it. Keep hitting that fucking well.
But I mean, we get more requests for them than for anything else.
Oh fuck, Greenfield people, man.
They love
Greenfield.
Yeah, they love their clothing line.
I'm like talking shit as like McGee's my background on my phone still. So
Yeah.
I really can't say too much.
Those McGee shirts were great. The Greenfield Finest Podcast McGee one.
Yeah, we might have to bring them back. Johnny, Sciulli, dude. Sciulli's on vacation. What's going on here?
I mean,
This guy is in Florida or Texas every other week.
Must be nice to be rich.
Be nice.
Jeez, oh man. When's the last time I've been anywhere, John?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, right.
You want to go see that XFL game?
Yeah, I was back and forth in 12 hours.
Oh, yeah, last place I was Ocean City, Maryland.
Deep Creek, Maryland.
I went to Cranberry on Friday.
Yeah, it's nice out there. They got good weather this time of year.
Yeah, but not like Florida.
I seen a picture of Sciulli and his family. Really good pic yesterday. Sciulli looked like a full blown dad, dude. His hair was just white. He was tan. He had like a dad vacation shirt on. Like I was like, man, he's
living his best life.
He looks
dude.
like a dad. He just looks like
kids are just floating around in that Florida water.
You know.
Did he have the shirt on that said "Life's a Beach"?
No, it was not like I feel like it was. I forget what the shirt was, but it was like something like dress shirt, and he looked good. He just looked like a full. He just looked like a dad, man. I was like, man, this is crazy. We're old.
Yeah, me and him got it in pretty good this weekend.
Did yous?
Yeah.
When did he leave?
Monday.
Oh, he couldn't wait till Wednesday, but that's cool.
No.
What you guys get into?
Well, it was Johanna's birthday weekend. Happy birthday, Johanna.
Happy birthday,
Johanna.
Dude, they came over. It was like our kids had their first reconciliation. So they had to, like, go tell the priest their, like, sins.
Oh, yeah.
Then the girls slept over. We had a babysitter come over. Went to bar bingo. That's what Johanna wanted to do.
Where's
at
bar
bingo?
bingo?
The Frankie.
Bar bingo at the Frankie.
Uh-huh.
Don't get more Greenfield than that,
Sure
guys.
doesn't. I didn't win. And then, we went to Zano's and then went back to my house. And
Fuck, that's a lot of Greenfield.
Oh, hell, you did the tour.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. You guys, did you just go out Friday or did you do all weekend?
No. This was actually Saturday night. So
yeah.
Friday I didn't really do too much.
You said you got recognized out at the old Home Depot, huh?
Yeah, I went to Home Depot, you know what I mean, trying to get everything in order, getting ready to go back to work. Z-Bird's all depressed about it. So I was walking around Home Depot trying to get a couple things and ran into some guys that they had some renewal windows.
Yeah.
Guys, they said they'd come to the Contra Theater show before.
Yeah.
They said it was great, but yeah, I had my Rosado & Sons T-shirt on. He was like, Rosado & Sons Landscaping. He's like, Greenfield's Finest Podcast?
Oh, man.
He's like, John. He's like, you're not John, are you?
John.
Don't tell anybody else.
It's me.
Yeah, we were both just kind of wandering around Home Depot aimlessly.
Don't you just wish though that was that one time that Johanna when he came to Home Depot with you to see like your popularity skyrocket?
No, I
famous
made
you
sure I
really
went
are.
home and told her.
You walk in like, like what's the matter? Like, I can't even go to the Home
Home
Depot
Depot
anymore.
anymore.
Can't even go and buy a fucking hacksaw
Yeah.
without getting fucking
Looking for
shaken
bungee
down. But
cords
yeah,
and, you know.
man, it's great to see the fans, Johanna. You know what I mean? But like,
That's why I leave you every Tuesday.
yeah.
Someone got me good at Costco one time. It was during COVID and they had a mask on. They were like, dude, I love your comedy. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I was like, thank you so much. They pulled their mask down. It was Carvana. I was like, you motherfucker.
Speaking of comedy, you had a big comedy weekend, huh?
Action packed.
Week.
Yeah.
How was 12 whiskey?
Dude, 12, we didn't get a huge turnout, but seriously, it was a lot of fun. There was probably like 20, 25 people there. The staff was great. The people that came were great. The comedy was funny. It was just a fun time. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't a real long show. It was like an hour and 25 minutes. Everybody, we kind of like got in there, got out. The bar got reopened. It was a good time. Friday night was just nuts. Comptra Theater, it was sold out. That was probably one of the funner shows I've ever been part of. The crowd was just so into it. It was one of those nights like everything was hitting. It was just great.
Seeing there was a baby on board.
Yeah, so like, dude, no one knew the baby was there till halfway through the comedy show. If you've never been to a Comptra, we take an intermission, and then intermission we pull the 50-50. Usually I'll come out and be like, hey, who wants to pull the 50-50? And everyone's like, the baby. I'm like, what baby? And like this baby's here, like,
How old was the baby?
Baby
I'm-
looked young.
probably like a couple months.
Yeah, I would guess if 8 months, maybe 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
Did they have like the little headphones on, or
its
was
neck
just,
was standing up all right. So like,
it wasn't
yeah,
have that.
it wasn't super young. I
that
would bet it was like
flaccid
an 8. I would guess the 8-month baby.
Yeah.
You guys couldn't find a babysitter. Don't want to waste the tickets.
That baby paid, you know?
What's that? I don't know. The baby got him for free, but the baby grabbed the 50-50 ticket. That was so cool. Baby like reached in, grabbed it when I took it over, and the someone won, and everyone was like, "Yeah, give that baby a 20," and they didn't.
It's crazy.
Like you got to fire that baby.
You got to
a
juice
dub.
up that baby a little bit.
Yeah, because it was like 220.
Ooh.
Better bringing a baby to Cranberry than fucking yesterday's. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, you like out there, the baby didn't make any noise, didn't bother anyone. I mean, the baby was fine. Like there was no one smoking cigarettes.
No one was blowing a fucking weed pen in her face or anything like that.
Yeah, nothing like that. It was like I'm sure the baby had a good time. Everybody heard some dirty jokes, but it was all in good fun. But that show was nuts.
Did you do your set before you realized there was a baby there? Or
Yeah,
after?
before.
Well,
Well, I was hosting.
Yeah, okay.
So-
That's kind of better though, because
You're gonna change your set. Somebody
get a
brought
little-
up-
you
I
get a
mean,
little
that baby
dirty
doesn't
sometimes.
understand 100% English yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. No, I mean, no. Once the baby was there, like no one changed it up. Like the last two guys didn't change it up, but I mean,
yeah, but you were talking about like boofing in front of a baby. That would have been a little awkward, maybe.
I meant there was a story about my like when I told on DV. I used that
Which one was that?
about my uncle getting mad about me talking about eating ass, and then me saying you're saying my grandmother never got her ass eaten because he acted like I was the first dude to ever say eating ass.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
So I mean, it's probably the first time a baby heard that.
yeah, for sure.
That's all right. You got to learn.
Yeah, better now than never.
Speaking of WDVE, you did the old polar plunge this weekend as well. You were busy, man.
I
You
was
had a
a
lot
busy
going
guy,
on.
dude, pumping out the podcast action. Yeah, the polar plunge was cool as fuck. Cause for the main reason is like I went in with the DV people who don't have to wait in line. There's a gigantic fucking line. You're jumping in swimming pools. So, like, there's just a huge line of people who are, like, dressing, undressing, like getting cold and, like, putting more clothes back on. And, like, the DV people just, like, slide to the back of the stage. And then they're like, all right, come on up, guys.
They run the show down there.
They're second in command behind law enforcement.
Ah.
So, like, the cops they go first. But after that was iHeartRadio.
Wait, so you're saying Croft's a bigger star than David Highfield down at the Polar Plunge?
I'd say so.
Whoa! Highfield's been around for a minute. Good
Yeah.
for Croft. Good for him, huh?
Yeah, he just
Outshining David Highfield.
Yeah, well, Croft like brought his two kids and his niece and nephew, so they all did it. and then I was there, and then there was like other people from iHeartRadio.
How cold was it?
It was fucking freezing. I mean, like I couldn't have been prepared for how cold the water was.
Did you go under?
Yeah, I did like a little mini
Cannonball.
Yeah, that was like, but like I jumped up. Yeah, I took my shirt off. A lot of dudes did, and I'm like, fuck it. If I'm gonna go in, I'm taking my shirt off.
Yeah, you've been tanning for it for weeks. So
I'm getting ready for this for weeks.
were you the tannest guy down there?
For sure.
Like by a million.
If you see that picture, you know.
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
look tan.
Yeah, I outshined everybody, so I was ready to go. But it was. I'll tell you one thing. Like I was even like said to you, like I don't know how people can sit in cold water for like long periods of time, but there's something about it. It was definitely exhilarating. Like getting out once I got dry and I was like normal again. It was like, man, that was cool.
Yeah, it's just getting in there.
Have
like,
you only done it once, Jack?
No, I think I did it 3 times.
Did you?
Yeah, and that was I'm probably never going in again.
The cool thing about the DV thing is like through the Special Olympics and like those people all play like a major part, like in like singing the national anthem, reading the oath to start the plunge,
Were they
emceeing it.
Were they crushing Bud Lights?
Yeah, they were having fun, and that was that was probably my favorite part of the whole experience was seeing the people that participate in Special Olympics get to enjoy a day like that and like have the spotlight on them, and they were just having a fucking field. They had a field day, dude.
Dude, I got on like Special Olympics TikTok somehow. You know how your algorithm just points you places, and dude, I'll tell you what, they know how to party. They hammer Bud Lights.
Really?
Hammer Bud Lights. They love them.
Yeah, dudes down there. They like, dude, I didn't see anyone like super hammered, but they were crushing brews. There was like all kind of stands set up and shit. Like it was a cool environment. It was like their day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was just cool.
Any concessions down there where people like did any food?
Yeah, there was like I got a kibasi that it was fire, but there like besides the one place that was selling like kibasi, hot dogs, hamburgers, and then the Salvation Army had like a truck that had coffee. Besides that, I didn't see anyone like a lot of people. I seen people like tailgated for it,
Nice
and shit like that. But like no, there wasn't a ton of.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it now that I know it's not the river.
Right,
The river, like I don't know. I don't need my feet in them fucking that river anymore. I swam in that river enough.
Well, they asked us to come back next year,
Nice.
and they were like, "I said, yeah, we'll do it."
You know what? You know what ruined the river for me? This was years ago. We were swimming on a boat. Eddie jumped off. We're dropping Eddie's name all the time now because every time we don't use his name in the story, he's like, "Why don't you say my name?" Like, oh, here's your name. Well, he jumped in. Ed's not a strong swimmer, by the way. It has nothing to do with the story, but he's just not a strong swimmer. He can't really swim. So Eddie jumps into the river, comes up, and dude, there's this swollen river, dead river rat right by his head, dude. And it was like it ruined the river for me. Like he just like went under the water, came out, and this river rat was so fat and just so he was like like dude.
Did he touch it?
And I honestly can't even tell you. I feel like I blacked out. I remember him just going like us being like and him being like and like, dude, it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that'll
man.
do it. That'll do it.
And like I don't think I've been in since. That was probably 10 years ago.
I think that would scare me off.
Yeah, it was just when something's in the water and it just swells up and it's all gross and it was terrible, dude. It was terrible.
Plus the East Palestine chemical spill, I think.
Oh yeah, that's probably not good for business.
No, a lot of people were like, been complaining of sore throats. So like, I don't think it would have been a good idea for us all to jump in the
How
river.
they filling them pools up? Fire hoses?
I wasn't there for the pool filling.
Yeah, probably fire
I'd
hose.
assume so, but there was a lady there with law enforcement. She was probably in her mid-50s, was rocking a USA 2-piece, and she jumped in like 7 or 8 times.
All right. See, like
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Like it was.
Well, you're the craziest lady. Like going once, get out.
Yeah, well, what she was doing is bringing up every group of law enforcement. Law enforcement was so deep, but like every group and jumping in with them, like definitely trying to show up. Like the MC was the man there that day.
Who was it?
One kid, I don't know his name. He was a participant in the Special Olympics.
Oh, I got you.
He was crushing it.
Nice.
Crushing it. He did a great job emceeing.
So this lady was just a hardo jumping in left and right.
She
didn't matter how cold it got.
His day.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what, I've never, like you were talking about crying during the national anthem. I almost cried during.
Did you?
When this dude sang the national anthem, I was like,
oh, you sang the national anthem?
One of the guys did, not the MC, but a different guy did. I was like, it was pretty fucking special because it was like, you know what I mean? You could just like, I guess it's a cool moment for these people.
Speaking of Heinz Field, they're trying to take the trough, or they are taking the troughs out of the bathrooms at Heinz.
They already did it on the 200 level.
Oh, at the 200 level.
I'm just saying.
Johnny 200.
I'm just saying. I've been pissing in
Johnny 200 has been pissing in troughs
I
for
like
years.
the trough, first of all.
Oh, man.
I never minded the trough. But
no.
I went in there this year, and they were all – I didn't realize they didn't do it on the upper level.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
guess.
I'm saying.
The poor folk, they don't care.
Yeah, they'll piss. Let those pores piss into the trough.
Yeah.
I like
They're animals anyway.
Yeah.
Let them eat out of there.
I like the trough.
I didn't mind it. Who gives a shit?
You get a little bit of
You
splash.
drink, yeah. I mean, you get some splash. People might try to go in between you. Everybody drank about 8 Miller Lite pounders.
There's always a guy that like tries, like you said, like goes into like in between where like it's not a line. So it's literally like a line per body, and there's a guy like trying to like squeeze in, or like a kid trying to weasel away.
Right.
Up
There might be, yeah.
and a kid running around with no pants.
Somebody's
on.
trying to catch the edge of it.
If I would have been a kid older than 7, I would have been scared to piss in the trough.
Dude.
Yeah,
I would have been intimidated.
Those troughs weren't like the troughs at the Civic Arena for the Penguin games
Yeah.
were like 1960.
That was like they might as well sit on a
ceramic
floor.
dude. And the full floor was wet. in
Yeah,
there.
so
And that was the first like experience like with the trough. I'm like, this is horrendous. Like there were nice stainless steel ones at Heinz Field.
Yeah.
You always get the prankster that goes full kindergarten piss at the trough, pulls his pants all the way down
Yeah.
with his ass out. That's always fun.
Yeah. I'm sure there's been a steamer dropped here and there over the years.
I'm sure. Someone's definitely shitting those troughs.
Shit in the trough. Yeah, you probably. Ugh. People throw up in the troughs. That's
Oh yeah.
Throw up in the troughs. Man, I remember I got kicked out of a pit game because the trough was so like the line was insane, and I pissed in the sink. Someone went and fucking told on. Everybody was pissing in the sink, dude. It was a major game.
you wanted to hurry up and get back out
I
there.
hurried out to get back out there. Someone told on me and they kicked me the fuck out.
Was it like the backyard brawl or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. And they're like, "You got to go." I'm
They
like,
kicked you out of the game.
"Yeah." Like for what?
That's
They were like,
crazy.
"You pissed in the sink." I was like, "Who? People are pissing in the troughs. What's the difference?"
It really is not too much.
Yeah,
of
like
a
what, I was
difference.
like, what are we talking about? Like, you don't piss in sinks here. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with you because I was like, I had like a cheerleader's ticket. You know what I mean? So I don't want to like fucking
Oh, was that
Get 'em-
long ago?
getting jammed up and fucking. It was it was a long time ago, but it was a big weekend for me. Got a new garbage can. Waste Management dropped off the new cans.
Are you talking about me living? You must be living with the rich folk, dog.
Yeah.
Did you see that
I
bad
see
boy?
It was big.
Dude, it's big. Dude.
Was it 55 gallons?
Dude, at least. If you guys need garbage, you got extra garbage, I could take it. I could throw it in my can. Dude, it's huge. It's all black. It's murdered out. It's sleek looking, man. I got home Saturday night and they put it at the end of my garage. I was a little tuned up and I was like, "Ooh, look at this bad boy!"
Yeah,
I
made your night.
Took a picture of it. Yeah, going home, woke up leaning. Like, did you see what we got out there? This is big living.
Yeah.
They don't
Big
give
living.
them out in the city.
So you don't even have regular garbage men. You just got the truck that comes, lifts it, and dumps it in there.
Yep. That's what we got going on out
don't
there
have to-
in North Hills, John.
So you can't throw away, like, say you have more than what's in that thing, they won't take the bag. It has to be in that can.
No, as long as you don't go crazy. I mean, dude, this is seriously so big. Like, I don't think you'd have to have like a party.
That's like a 6-bagger.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
big.
But you can go over if like you have a kid and you have like a party and like
Yeah, they'll. I've like our other. So we had like the Waste Management Recycle, and that's the green and gold one forever. And then they just dropped off the garbage can. That's the same size, and you put shit on it, they'll cut it out and get it. I don't think they don't really bust your balls about it too much as long as you don't go crazy with it.
right.
But yeah, it's sleek looking, man. I
Oh, good for you,
dude. I mean, we're talking Greenfield where we had like those old barrels that were rusted through, John. Fucking
the metal barrels with
they
the
were-
bottom was
yeah,
rusted
they were
out.
3,000 pounds.
And their
Yeah.
shit would get stuck on the ball, and there was
Oh.
garbage from 15 years ago.
Well, yeah, I mean,
still.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's on you to get your own garbage can when you live in the city.
Yeah.
You know, the garbage men, they might frisbee toss your lid, you might lose that.
Yeah, you ain't seen too many lids in the city. That thing's getting tossed in
Catch a
there
windy
usually.
day, dude. A windy day in my neighborhood, dude. It's just chaos.
Did you guys get your fish fry on this weekend for Lent? You do any fish fry on this week, Zebra?
I don't eat fish.
You don't eat fish at all?
No seafood.
No seafood.
What I ate
huh?
Friday was like I just ate like pasta.
With any meat in it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't eat no meat. I got Aiello's. Now I think about it, after a comedy show.
I don't like fish either. I mean, if I put enough ketchup on it, it's fried. I really don't care.
Yeah, it's not. I went to the Pittsburgh Sandwich Society. It was
What?
fire.
What the fuck? Is that?
Pittsburgh Sandwich Society.
It sounds like the greatest place ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you guys stick with me, I'll teach you a couple of things.
Where's that?
It's over in Millville. It's like a food. It's in this brewery. It's like a food truck, but they took over their kitchen, and they got fire sandwiches. And
Good fish.
They do a fish on Friday, and it's legit. $18 a pot, which is kind of crazy.
That's a lot for a
For a
fish
fish
sandwich.
sandwich.
You get
What's
French
on it?
fries?
No, there's
Wait,
fries on the sandwich. It's like it's fish, lettuce, coleslaw, tomato, fries. Their special sauce. So it's kind of like a Permanis fish, but it's bomb. There is no fries. They give you like a little 4-ounce, like a souffle cup of macaroni salad, which wasn't enough. So I got some wings and some fries on my own. I'm not doing that. At 40 years old, I'm not doing the no meat anymore.
See, my kids are in Catholic school.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah,
you got to pander to that bullshit. Yeah.
At least, I mean, you got to hide it.
Right.
You know, maybe I ate a pepperoni roll during the day. Maybe I didn't. But at dinner time,
Yeah, you got to eat some
dude,
pizza.
sometimes,
or some shit.
like, for some reason, those Fridays, I'm like, boy, I just don't feel full unless I get a piece of some kind of meat.
Some kind of carcass.
Some kind of
Yeah,
carcass
a
in my
little
belly.
protein.
Yeah.
So that being said, do you have to like pretend like you're giving something up, or like do you have to like?
Last year I did. Last year I gave up pop, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but I was on a pop kick and I did it, and I was like pretty proud of myself for it. Like I'm pretty sure Johanna would prefer I gave up drinking for 40 days. The only problem with that is the
St. Patty's Day.
The St. Patty. If it wasn't for St. Patty's Day, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Might
right.
as well- It's a tough time, dude.
It's a tough time.
You know, we don't celebrate too many things anymore. That's a one day where you know everyone's gonna hang out and have a couple cold
Right
ones.
during the day, you know what I mean. It's been doing it. I don't know what age that's gonna quit, but
What Z-Bird? Did you give anything up?
No.
Yeah, not me either. But yeah, I was thinking about you having like kids in Catholic school. Who had the reconciliation? Sciulli's kids.
Sciulli's kids and Maria,
Man,
they're in the same. They're in the same.
of all the sacraments, that's probably one of the weirder ones.
Yeah.
That's probably the weirdest if you
Dude,
think
there was
about
21 kids on Saturday. Dude, it took forever.
Really?
Maria was probably the quickest.
it. So
Yeah.
you actually like wait for them to like they go in
Mhm.
and come out.
Well,
Man, that's
like I
strange.
walked up with her. You got a genuflect. Like the lady kind of guides you up. She went in there. Like I said, Maria kept it moving, dude. She was.
Yeah. I'm mean to my sister.
Well, they kind of give you like a list of things. Like I don't listen to my parents. I stole some of my siblings' good. I'm like,
So they give you some. They give you some
they
fucking
give you some hints.
some propaganda.
They give you a couple
They're
hints.
putting ideas in their heads.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, they were like, listen, Maria just kept looking at me. She's like, I didn't do that one. She's like, I did do that. I'm like, well,
You don't gotta snitch yourself out about everything.
she was like, I need 3. I'm like, well, who said 3? I said, don't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
Give them 1 or 2 and get out of there.
Yeah.
She got one Hail Mary.
Let's
dude.
keep
She was
that
good.
penance light.
Yeah.
When we went to St. Rosolia's and we did reconciliation for the first time,
Mhm.
were our parents involved?
Now I think yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was like a ceremony where like everybody was at, but then they used to just take you over like during school
Yeah.
and like fucking
So you guys, I didn't go to Catholic school, so you guys had to do that like
all the time.
reconciliation
Like-
all the time.
like not all the time.
Once a month.
No.
Probably once every 3 months.
Yeah, maybe. And then I feel like we did it till like throughout 8th grade. So like you did it 2nd grade.
Now,
I
did
think.
you go in there and like, did you fire some real shit?
No.
No.
Or were you just like,
no, I don't think anybody ever.
They tried to get me to do it before I got married.
Yeah.
And dude, I've never got so like, dude, it was just me and him like sitting on a couch, and he was like, "Is there anything you want to confess?"
Wait,
to
you
me
did
right now?"
reconciliation face to face?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was always a closed door cat.
Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't
You could be
expect it.
behind the window.
Yeah, I didn't.
Father
expect-
Joe knew it was me, but like you
It-
know,
it was
there was
a-
some distance.
Right, but I'm just like, I shut down.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him nothing.
Now, like I'm good, champ.
I'm like, dude, like,
Who do I write the check
like,
to?
what do you really want me to tell you right now, dude? Like, I don't feel comfortable.
Was like your wife sitting there?
No, she did it too. You know, Joanna probably told her everything. I was just like,
yeah, she, right,
she
let
was
it
like
fly.
crying and shit.
Yeah,
He was
I
like,
said,
you
"You
sure
fucking
about this,
yeah.
buddy? Seems like she likes to drink.
I'm like, what do you want to know, dude? Like, what do you want to know?
Like, dude, she beats me.
Like, I'm about to get married here, dude. I don't need this pressure.
Yeah, I don't need this.
Right.
Like I said, who do I write the check to?
Right.
That's the only thing you give a fuck about.
Right. I got a cash in my pocket, buddy. It's
Yep.
going to you.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Catholic Church, I've been sour on it the past few years after a few documentaries I watched. I'll leave it at that. Marty Griffin, dude. Listen, Marty. Marty's out there spreading fake news.
Yeah.
He took a picture of a bridge or someone. This is how I think it happened. Someone sent him a picture of a bridge, but it said clear as day, like, what was it, like Rome, Georgia? Or some
Georgia.
Shit? Rome, Georgia. And, like, it was a bridge chained together. Marty screenshots it, tweets it. He's like, look at this bridge in Pittsburgh, getting held together by change. And, like, it's clear as day in the picture. It said, bridge, Rome, Georgia. And I don't know if Marty might be losing it a little bit. Like, he's getting, like, in Wendy Bell territory here. He's getting a little goofy, dude.
He needed something. Maybe he didn't look. Here's my thing about these bridges, people. They don't really fall that much. Quit getting them shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, else we're not going to be able to go nowhere. That one on the Boulevard of the Allies is hell.
Yeah.
They shut 2 down in Millville. I didn't know Millville had 2 bridges.
Yeah. Like, dude, I mean, they held up that long. Like, let's just fix them as we go.
Yeah.
That's kind of
that one on Boulevard of the Allies. I don't have to go there that much, but that's got to be hell if that was like the one that goes right into Oakland from Squirrel Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just worked on it and redid the whole thing 4 years ago. Then they were like, nah, they didn't do the bottom, though.
You would think that's
they did the top, but they didn't do the bottom.
The bottom would be probably an important part.
You might want to do the base first.
Structurally, probably has something important.
I will give them credit on they fired that Frick Park Bridge up quick.
They really did.
That's the way to go in the pre-built pieces.
Prefab it.
Prefab, yeah. Stack them together. But like Marty, we end up posting that on our Twitter and on our Patreon. So you can follow it on Patreon. The story went wild on Patreon. People just had all kind of crazy perspectives on it. So if you're not on Patreon, you should get on there to see. Like, there's a lot of Marty conspiracy theories going on Patreon right now.
Seems like you really got that thing stirring up, huh?
Oh, dude, ask Eagle Tits. Yeah, it's going. And we're, like I said, we're reaching out. We've been trying to reach out to Marty. We did DM. I sent him a DM from the Greenfield Finest podcast account on Instagram. Definitely, Marty, we want to make it a level playing field. We'd love to come on your show, just talk to you and let you answer some honest questions. Like, we're not here to attack
respond
you,
yet.
But no, I didn't hear nothing back yet. But like, we want to get what happened on Chipotle that day, truthfully. You know what I mean? We want to know the truth.
Yep. All right, let's get into some voicemails.
Waterboy here. Want to tell you, went Friday to Contra Theater. Phenomenal show. Z-Bird, you were awesome. Trey McDonough was awesome. Matt Light was lights out. Hilarious. One of the best comedy shows I've been to. The only funny thing was, it's not a gear grinder, but we come in, hoodies, my buddy's wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt, and fucking everybody else seems to be dressed to the fucking nines, man. Dresses and heels, and I was like, holy shit. But what stole the show was the baby. Whoever brought a fucking baby is either the coolest dude in the world or the biggest ass in the world. Baby was quiet, had an awesome time. Just wanted to say that. T-Bird, nice meeting you. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, Waterboy. Met Waterboy. He was completely sober at the beginning of the show. By the end, he was pretty hammered. Both sides of him. He might be one of the coolest dudes I ever met. He had his whole family there. He came up to me like, "Hey, man, I'm Waterboy." I'm like, "I know who you are." So he said, "I'm Waterboy." And Waterboy was cool as hell. Brought me a box of Capri Sun.
Did he?
Yeah, he was because he's like, "Dude, I'm working my way back." And then I find out you love Capri Sun. I'm like, "Oh, shit, dude." That was cool as hell. Brought him in the theater. And he was like, it was funny because he walked in the theater. He's like, "Is it cool if my family comes in?" I'm like, you guys got to get tickets. He's like, "Oh, we got tickets." I'm like, "Well, yeah, bring them in."
Yeah, bring them on in.
Bring them on in.
What was the youngest? What was?
No, they were all cool.
Oh,
he was just like, "Is it too early to come in?" I'm like, "Nah, man, come on in."
Bring them on in. Yeah, I mean, they get a little dressy out there in Cranberry. The last show I was at, it was a few months ago, but like you had that front row of like old cougars all dressed up, ready to go.
I mean, they might be hitting a good restaurant before or after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed more this time for sure. He's right about that. Like, it was funny because sitting directly across from him, they're from Butler. They're just like he said, his boys wearing an Iron Maiden T-shirt, work boots, shit like that. Across from him, it's like they just got done working at Merrill Lynch, and it looked like the rich versus the poor's Family Feud because they were like sitting across from each
like
other.
you sit over here.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? You're over here.
Did you see they were talking about like moving? The fan was talking about this morning. I saw on Twitter, moving Heinz Field
to somewhere
out
in
to Cranberry,
which is find something to talk about.
Find something to talk about.
Seriously, you're bored. It's not going to happen. That stadium ain't that old. Why bring it up?
Why bring it up?
Right.
And why, like, dude, Cranberry's far, dude.
Yeah.
Cranberry's far. It's right in the middle of the city. It's a done deal.
Yeah, it's already there.
What are we talking about?
Well, that's what they do on the fans is talk about stuff that
they just make things up.
A lot of show to kill every day.
Right. Like I get in other cities, like they move it out to like a big open place in like the suburbs.
Right.
But like that's like
we ain't really got that.
You don't really got that. That's that's the heart of the North Shore is all them restaurants and like the stadium.
You built the North Shore around those stadiums.
The casino. It's all big one.
Right.
Like
Rooney's ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, they grew up right off the street.
Right. Water boy. I need some water, man.
So get with Jack.
Yeah, I'm looking, Johnny. So we're talking before the
just
show.
said that to you.
I'm like, man, I'm thinking about being a polar water guy on my own cooler. All of a sudden, Johnny's talking about this cooler that he got, hot water, cold water, Keurigs, all this shit.
You seem like a guy that likes a nice hot cup of tea.
Dude, I do. Well, no, I'm a coffee guy.
But you said,
I'll
that
have
sleepy
tea.
time tea. You're having trouble sleeping that one time.
I haven't had any of that in a while. That's actually pretty good shit. Yeah, so Waterboy, DM me on Twitter if you follow us on Twitter. We can talk some water because I'm definitely in the market.
Yeah, I got your buddy's phone number, so we'll get your number, get you and Jack connected, get this water deal done.
Hey, fellas, Jason Outer Banks here. Got a gear grinder for you this week. Parents at Parks and Rec, baseball, basketball, soccer games. It's getting a little wild out there. As money mom would say, it's a wild, wild west out there. You got parents yelling at players, coaches, refs, especially. Their own players. Like, hey, settle down, guys. No one's going pro here. I coach, a few of my kids' teams, and it's just nuts out there. These people need to calm down. People are out here having fun, and these parents are going crazy. So, I don't know. I was acting like the refs are betting on the game and stuff like that. Like, oh, Lord, settle down, people. It's just a fun little game. I'm taking it seriously, and I want to win, but people are wild now. So, a bunch of corn dicks out here watching games.
How old are we talking? Because if we're talking I feel like you get rowdy for pretty much anything 8 and above. Anything under 8, you could. All right, we're trying to figure it out.
I was at a 9-year-old basketball tournament. It was pretty much kind of all week.
Yeah.
You're getting rowdy, but you still understand these kids are pretty young, especially 9-year-old girls. Some of these girls can't even. It's hard for them to get the ball up and over the rim. Some girls are really good.
Have you had to deal with any loudmouth dads or anything yet, screaming the whole entire game? Because
couple people were chirping the ref because the one ref was old, and a couple times he was calling the ball going out on the wrong team, and it was dead obvious. And people.
Oh, you got to let him know if he's wrong.
Yeah, well, they let him know.
Yeah. It'd be tough for me to sit through a game where someone's screaming at their kid the whole entire time. That'd be rough. That being said, we had our T-shirt league World Series between the Mets and the Astros was the most insane shit ever. There was a protest involved.
There's always a protest.
There was a coach cheating. Parents got thrown out of got asked to leave to go to the outfield. Dude's brothers made signs heckling the pitcher. It was this has been going on for quite some time, and that was honestly one of the best times of my life. I'll never forget that World Series.
That was a good World Series. I remember. Because I was just went to Little League that year.
Yeah, it was my 9-year-old year.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Yep, we won. We beat the Astros. If anybody was wrong.
What's up, boys? Kenny. So my buddy George called in actually 2 weeks ago. The guy's been talking about calling in for a long time. I keep telling the dude he was scared to call in. Then he finally did, and his voicemail got pushed back a week because it was a 1 weeker with 7 voicemails. Then his voicemail got cut because he talked too long. So he asked me to step in here for him. His idea, which ain't bad, I don't think, was to have a GFP golf outing in the summer or spring. And he says, you guys got a meet and greet. You can't really golf. You got to hand out beer at the turn and hot dogs or whatever. I say, you guys each got to come out with your own foursome. You just can't have your own foursome. You each got to have your own foursome and take 3 stands with you apiece. So if it goes down, I don't golf, but I'm in for the Greenfield finest golf outing. But I'm saying, no offense to the other guys, I'm golfing on Sciulli's team because I was looking at the weather, and me and Sciulli are golfing together. I think it's going to be snowing that day.
Only way to get through 18
I knew he was
holes.
going there.
Yeah, through some weather.
Yeah, we talked about it, and we also talked about, like, hey, if we do it, we should be on the same team. We should split it up, bring our own foursome and everything like that. I don't know about just random listeners for 18.
I mean, dude, if it was like, I wouldn't give a shit, really. I would play with whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever paid to play, I'd play
Right.
with them.
Yeah, it's just people are like, oh, do a golf outing. It's a lot more work than you think.
Yeah, we tried. The first year the podcast started, we actually were trying to do one, and then last year it just didn't happen. And now that this is going on year 4 now, so like maybe it'll happen this year. A lot of people have been asking about it. It would be more towards summer for sure.
Yeah, probably towards the end of summer if we would do anything, and then it's a lot of planning. You got to get people to pay for fucking things.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like, everybody wants to do something, and it's time to do something, and
Yeah, I mean, what do you figure? It's like $100 buy-in. to cover
Yeah,
the food.
usually about
person, and then the course guarantee. So you got to guarantee so many foursomes and shit. So you got to get a decent amount. I would imagine it'd be okay. Maybe run that through the Patreon and see what people think.
yeah. That's we'll have a poll up this week. We have multiple polls going on Patreon. All right,
Take a break.
all right, baby. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're worried about roofing, windows, siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, spouts, and need help with any of those, call Allen Construction, LLC, 412-954-8337. Whether it's a repair, replacement, they're equipped with the tools and the skills for over 65 years of experience. Remember, Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. And they're not on heroin. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just drove by your house, and your wall looks like a giant piece of shit. Well, you know that's no good, because anybody can climb up your yard and bang your old lady. That's why you need to call Just Walls, 412-889-4401. Fully insured. And when someone pulls up to your house, make sure the first thing they see is your retaining wall, or the second thing they'll see is your wife's pussy. That's 412-889-4401. Just Walls. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call S&L Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downspouts, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quits sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Are you sick and tired of bullshit pizza? I knew I was. Thank God there's Capizzuto's Pizza on Greenfield Avenue. They've been in business for over 400 years, making some of Pittsburgh's finest pizza. 412-521-6570. Ask for Nubs and tell them Z-Bird sent you if you want the best pizza in the burg. Man, we've been getting some bad storms around here lately. Very bad. Tree actually fell through my roof. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Luckily, I found Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service at 412-415-7331. They have over 27 years of experience, competitive pricing, and it won't break your budget. Give them a call today for all your tree-related needs. going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Money line. Who be corn dicking this week?
We got a Jersey Shore Carny corn dicking. He was banned from the boardwalk for 10 years. 10 years he's banned for, John, for overinflating his basketballs. No one could win a prize.
What a shitbag.
That's part of the game, ain't it?
Yeah, getting ripped off by the corny. That's part of the vacation.
I always thought that they would bend the front of the rim.
I always
That's
thought
what I thought.
I always thought the hoop was like smaller.
Right,
You know?
or like just bend enough to where like it fucks everything up.
Yeah, but overinflating the balls, man.
Well, it was nobody.
Sounds
Yeah, let
like the
some people win
Patriots.
sometime.
That's what I mean. If you make it smaller, but like once in a while people win, but if you're literally overinflating the balls, you're a sack of shit.
If you had the same stuffed animals for like 10 years,
Right.
like, come on, buddy.
Yeah, they're like turning yellow. Like you
Yeah.
give them away every once in a while.
Right. He had like Pee Wee Herman and Ninja Turtles up there. Like, dude, had him from since the 80s.
I always
dude.
think that, what are they paying for these fucking stuffed animals? Build it into the price of the ticket, and like give
the
one.
games anymore.
Yeah,
I
give
mean.
like 10 away a day or something.
Right.
Again, I don't know.
They were getting. I seen a thing where people were buying bulk stuffed animals from China, and it ended up being like the shipping ended up like they were buying them giant ones. It said made in China, and like the shipping ended up making them cost insane amounts of money. I'm like, why wouldn't you like? I see why it would, because it takes up so much fucking car.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those giant snakes, like down at Dave and Buster's, are huge.
They're sick.
They are. If you get a big snake like the one,
If you're walking around Kennywood with that, dude, that you're just like, I'm the man.
Have you ever won something big before like
I
that?
never won that big boy.
I've never won a big.
I tried one day so hard.
I was at Cedar Point, and it was a basketball game, and I was like playing, and I sunk a few, and I won a little, and you were able to like double down, and like if you hit two more, you got like the medium, and like I wasn't hitting the medium. I was about to wrap it up, and then like this lesbian came over, like talking shit, and she's like, look at this dude and this little prize. She was like all drunk at Cedar Point. I'm like, what? And so like she hits like two quick ones, and I'm like, phew. So I pulled my money out, and I'm like, all right, let's go. So me and this fucking lesbian are going back and forth, dude. I'm just draining shit.
Was she draining them too?
Nah, she fell off big, and I was like talking shit. I walked out of there with a fucking stuffed animal like the size of you.
Did you have a lady at the time?
Yeah, and then I had to drag the fucking stupid thing around Cedar Point for the rest of the day. But then I just like looked at her like, don't come at me like that, like all drunk talking shit. Meanwhile, I spent like $75 on this dumbass bear. But some things are worth it.
Right.
Some things are worth it. But yeah, it was a real.
I've spent more and not one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
At one point, we're like, it's a matter of I want that thing now.
How do you handle the girls at Kennywood when it comes to games? Like you can't no games until the end.
Oh, dude, it's one of them things.
That
like,
was always the role with my family.
We go into Kenny. Well, dude, it's hard with three, dude, because kind of like you got to watch. They'll go three separate ways. Like if one wins something, the other two have to win it too.
Yeah.
At this point. And then ones in Kittyland are pretty winnable.
The fish pond.
They're pretty winnable.
Fish
Or you
pond.
throw the dart at the balloon and you win
Yeah.
something small. But, dude, I spent a lot of money not winning the big one. Trying to, that one where you throw the ball and it's got
Impossible.
that stupid fish pond. Yeah.
Dude,
It's like I almost got it. Like, you bounce the ping pong ball.
Yes.
It's like on the lily pad.
That's what it's called,
Yeah.
the lily pad.
Yeah.
That's impossible
I
too.
spent $1 million this
You're
year.
talking about like the stream where like the little
Where you
fish
just
go
put
by.
The magnetic pool.
That's
Yeah.
an easy win.
Yeah, that's a win.
I'm talking about the
But
one
you're
where you bounce the ball and it lands in the lily. That's a big winner.
Because you know why? They have glass bowls. And it's like impossible when those things bounce. They like.
But then the girls want to play it and they're firing away. Like you're wasting them all. You're not even close.
You're
You
wasting
know what I
them.
mean?
And it's like $5 for
$5
6 balls
a
or
rip.
some shit. Yeah.
You might get 20 balls, but dude, when there's three girls just fire them away, like Josie's not even reached in the pond.
You're $200 in the
Go
hole.
play the fish game.
I'm like, dude, yeah, it's one of them times you're gonna look at the dude like, can I buy this?
Yeah, here's $20.
Yeah.
Dude, how do you think they keep that fish water so blue?
I would say some sort of coloring.
Yeah, it looks like toilet boy water. You ever like put some like
The blue Royal Flush.
Yeah, the Royal Flush. That's what that water looks like. Very blue.
Yeah, the little disc. They probably have like that stuff that you use out of the disc, the piss disc.
I haven't been to the Great Escape in a long time, dude.
What's the Great Escape?
Kennywood.
You got to get there, dude.
Dude, I can't remember since the last time I've been
It
there.
looks exactly the same.
Every time I think about going, I'm like, eh. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't
Dude,
know.
it's really good for people watching. There's definitely times you do not want to be there.
Yeah.
Like I get the pass, so usually the summertime, like
Teenagers make me nervous.
they do. I'm still in like in Kittyland. and the workers there ain't that great. But if you go in like during the week for like 2 to 3 hours,
Not bad.
that's not bad. You go in there, they ride the rides, play some games, you get something to eat, we get out of there.
The grub. Last time I went, I was with you. It was about 6 or 7 years ago, and I bought a season pass and went twice. But like I remember the grub situation was good. I remember
They have like that. Yeah, where they have like some
barbecue.
good barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. I'll have to check
Potato
it out.
patch fries, they have shrunk them quite a bit.
Yeah.
It used to be a big thing of fries. Now it's
It's because of the food.
more
shortage.
economical.
Potato famine. Teachers tell kids being fat is their fault and their genetics are not an excuse. Dude, this teacher got videotaped just going on the craziest rant about like how being fat is disgusting and no one will ever love you and it's your fault and like the only reason you're fat is because of this disgusting shit you put in your mouth. And he just went on a...
How old are the kids?
I think it was high school. The dude, it was seriously like a Kenny Powers rant.
Okay.
They had to be in high school, so they were like filming them and shit, and like they were like laughing and kind of like egging him on.
Right.
He didn't know he was being filmed because like he was kind of playing into it,
Yeah.
but he was also very serious, dude. And it's just like,
Was he in pretty good shape?
yeah, he was in decent shape, and that's what he was like. He's like, my whole family's fat. My brother's fat. My mom's fat. My dad's fat. Me, I run marathons. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Oh, jeez.
He's seriously like a Kenny Powers. It was a very entertaining video. But then like on the next story up, so I click on that, and then the next story is like, high school track coach fat shames runner. She kills herself. So yeah, kind of got to watch what you say to
Yeah,
kids
lighten
still.
up a little bit, bud.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't think.
Nobody's going to love you.
Yeah, I don't think it was the same story, but it very well could have been. I couldn't like piece it all together, but like it was right under it, so I don't know. Corndick here. Man breaks Guinness Book of World Record for most consecutive trips to Disney. 2,955 trips over 8 years, 3 months, and 15 days.
What a loser.
Man, does this guy fuck.
What's
How
he on
many-
a trust fund or something? How much money? How much money
he
does this dude
might-
got?
he's on like
Can you get a yearly
or-
pass for that, I think?
Probably, but it's probably expensive. But like he's probably on SSI or some shit like that. Because you gotta be you're a little goofy. You're
Yearly
you're
pass.
running to Disney every day.
But where are you going to stay? I think. I mean,
He
unless
might
you,
live there.
Yeah, he lives in
Yeah,
Orlando. He got it.
Okay, yeah.
We got a local here, John.
A local.
We
Yeah,
got a
that
local
makes sense.
guy fucking running in and out of Disney every day.
What did he do
Scanning
during
little
COVID?
I think I don't know if Disney closed. 3 years. COVID was like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
No, I
But
don't know.
His trip was over 8 years, 3 months,
Oh,
and 5
yeah.
days. So that's a long fucking
Well,
time.
maybe like days the park wasn't open don't count.
Wasn't his fault. So
Right.
he like
that
was
would
like,
that would make sense
I wonder if he bought food when he went in, because like now you're starting to talk about
money wise.
financially. If you're just going in Disney, you're riding one ride, or you're just like walking around, you're like, hey, I'm here today, and you got
You're
out.
scanning your little weird Disney bracelet.
You ever been to Disney?
I went. What is the one in California? Land
Or World.
World? I don't know.
that one.
I
wanna
think
know-
California's World.
Yeah, I went there when I was very, very, very little, like 2.
That's
that
fun.
was it. I don't remember shit about it.
That's funny that like, cause people always say like, don't take your kids there when they're real young, 'cause they won't remember. Meanwhile, like your brother and your sister weren't even born yet.
No, they weren't born yet, but they did go to the good one down in Orlando, and I didn't go to that one. So like I kind of got shafted there. But there's a picture of me like 2 years old. I have a sweet ass sword in my hand. My hair is all long. I'm
Yeah.
tan. That's a good pic. So I know I was there, but they told me they probably just bought me the sword.
Right.
If I'm thinking about it, like, oh, where'd they get that sword at? Like, oh, we took you to Disneyland back
you were
in
at
the day.
Hills. You were
Yeah.
at Hills at Century 3,
Yeah,
cuz.
I got sunburned at fucking in the parking lot of Hills.
You're like, yeah. Well, I was like, I had one of them ices in my hands and a soft pretzel and a sword.
Like when I tell you I have zero memories actually being in the park, I have zero. The only thing I know is that picture. So yeah, I think I might have just realized something here,
You just
fellas.
got bamboozled.
Yeah, whatever.
Your mom bought the frame.
Money was tight back then.
Yeah.
Don Caper has the worst toupee of all time.
What is he doing?
Did you see that thing?
What the hell is he doing?
Did you see it?
No.
Dude, it is
Jet black.
It's jet black, and it's lined up, but it's not faded. So it's like a toupee with like hair on the sides, but then it's like lined up as like a Tomlin lineup, like across the front.
Yeah,
You know,
it looks like
black
a lot
is
of
like-
lot of
like-
grease.
Like a tight line.
Yeah, like a
like
tight
shoe
line.
polish.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking idiot. I'm worried.
Is he still
about,
coaching?
Yeah, worried. Like, he had a Carolina shirt on, so like I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He was like he coached for the Steelers
I
for
think-
like Bill Cowher.
Right. I think they'll let you
And
run
he was
around.
old back
I
in.
think
Yeah, he
I
had the
think-
same wig back then.
I think if you get put in like an NFL like office job, they'll let you run around back there until you keel over, dude. Like, here, Dom, we're gonna give you $90,000 a year. You're like the director of player personnel or some bullshit.
Yeah, SEC scouting or something.
Yeah, and I'm worried. Like, old white dudes get goofy when they get older, man. I'm worried because I would imagine pretty goofy now. I would imagine I'd be really goofy when I hit like 70 and shit like that. Because look at like Rudy Giuliani, dude. He's out to lunch. and, like,
Filters go.
yeah, it's not even
CT
like
kicks in heavy.
right.
I seen
Probably
John,
drinking scotch too much.
I seen John Taffert, the newest bar rescue. He didn't look great.
Is
He
he
looked
getting a
like-
little kooky?
He looked like he had lip injections.
Oh man, what's
It-
Tapper coming in at? Like, how old's Tapper?
I mean, he's getting up there. Like I would say he aged if the episode I just watched was the newest one, he's aged so dramatically in the past 2 years. Because he was before like kind of like a tall, bulky, like real clean cut guy. Now it looks like he has like the dyed hair
He can't, dude.
with the puffy lips.
There's really not a good solution unless you got a lot of money for these hair plugs. Like you said, Tiger Woods,
What's going on?
he can't handle it. He can't solve it. So
Yeah, like Portnoy has really good. He had a bald spot in the back. He got hair plugs for it. It did the job. But he was just saying like the other day, he's like, now it's time. Like the front's starting to go. You can't do anything about the front, really, dude. He's like, I'm fucked. You're getting old. You're getting old. Like it's hard to fight off.
It's just like, yeah, like either you
Throwing
have
a
a bad
toupee.
wig piece or
Mhm.
dudes are dyeing it, and I don't
Yeah,
know. There's not really a great solution, but like I said, if you got a good shaved head, if you can pull it off, then that's about all you can really do.
And
Wear
even
a
if you
hat.
can't, people get used to it.
Right.
So it's just like that's his head.
Like, what do you? Yeah.
You're saying what about like he had a bald spot in the back? So I'm assuming right,
Right.
back here.
So that
Well,
was
you
easy.
can't
They-
put it in the front. You can't.
it just it
They
doesn't work.
can't.
the
It's just
same.
like a losing. You have to keep it up.
Right.
Like Sebastian Maniscalco
yeah.
has plugs, but his started getting worse. But like they keep taking it from the sides and putting it on top, taking it from the
They'll
sides.
take your back hair and shit like that too.
Why would you want the pubic hair?
Yeah, no, I mean, John, they want hair. That's all they're worried about is hair.
I know. Believe me, if I could get something sweet, like
Yogi will never go bald. He got them patches on his back.
Oh, yeah.
dude, yeah.
Disgusting. There's an app, Parallel Live. It's an app where you go live, and it automatically says you have like 50,000 people viewing your live. So this dude was like going up to like chicks at like this SLS pool party in Miami, and he'd be like, "Hey, get in my live," and they'd be like, "Get out of here!" And then like they would see it was like 55K. They're like, "Oh my God, what do you do?" Their tune would change so fast, it was crazy, dude. And I was like, that's pretty funny. Dude. You're a young man, you're in your 20s, trying to trick a couple tricks. Like, oh, look
Yeah.
at me. Like, what do you do? Like, I'm a YouTuber.
I'm an
or a
influencer.
podcast.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I influence people.
He got a
yeah.
fake 55. So we're saying on the screen 55.
Yeah, it will
grand.
say it looks just like just any other live screen. It will say Parallel Live, like you don't even notice that, and it just has the red live button, and it will say like 55K or 95K. I don't know. You put in or like I don't know how that works, but you get as much
Oh, I'm sure you can adjust it to
Yeah,
whatever
and the
you
chicks
want.
are like, "Oh my God," and like they think you're cool.
Like me and Eagle Tits go live from Kogo's with 7 million people
Right.
watching.
That'd be
You and
something.
Schuster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming up.
Brother in arms, Z-Bird, good news. Drinking Coca-Cola and Pepsi leads to more testosterone and bigger balls.
That's great news. I
That's-
love Coke.
Yeah, well, you pound Coke.
I do. Well, I mean, look at me. I'm going to lighter liquids now.
Well,
Getting ready to
you,
go back to work.
You might want to get back on the darks if fucking you're getting bigger balls and fucking testosterone.
Getting enough tea.
You got enough tea?
Yeah, I got enough tea.
Would are your balls do you notice your balls getting any bigger?
No, it's shrinking actually.
Really?
They shrink.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're shrinking.
You better take some more Coke then. Couple more cans a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going back to work tomorrow. Z-Bird didn't talk the first like 15 minutes we were here because he's so depressed about
I'm not
tomorrow.
depressed about it. No, I'm all right with it. Don't put that voodoo on me so you already start controversy between me and John. I could see it in your eyes. You were like, yeah, wait till we go outside and be like, dude, what's up with him? I've been on call. I'm his right hand man. I'm ready to go back. I'm not.
What's up with the Wednesday start? That's a weird start.
March 1st, dude. It's weird to do landscaping in February, but when March 1st comes,
yeah,
that's a different ball game.
I can't
Can't be
argue.
Marching. You can't be mulching in February.
Nobody wants
March
that
1st.
Nobody
It
wants
should be
that
like a
February
meme, yeah.
landscape, Bill.
Right.
Then March 1st, we got these motherfuckers.
March 1st, like, listen, man, the plants don't know what date it is. Daffodils are popping up. Got to get out there and get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Now, if there's a snowstorm,
you got to assume we got a snowstorm coming.
don't
here,
assume
right?
anything.
We got it.
Welcome to global warming, Jack. Just welcome it, baby.
I was with my father-in-law over the weekend. He was like, St. Patrick's Day blizzard. I know it. I can feel it in my bones.
Dude, I've heard that from so many different people.
So
Like, there's got to be one good one, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I'm like, dude, I've looked at my phone. We're till March 14th.
Warm.
Temperatures are like 40s.
One neighbor couldn't wait to say to me, "You took your plow off." I'm like, "Yeah, we're going back to work." You know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, I wouldn't have did that." And I'm like,
Like,
"Dude."
you know what? If they called for snow, guess what I could do?
I put it back.
Put it
on.
right
Put it
back
right
on.
back on.
But he'd be the guy if it was March 15th and it's 40 degrees. You still got that plow on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's been waiting to use his dad.
You call him winter off.
Yeah,
You done.
That
Like,
fucking guy.
I ain't
Like, no, dude, I still got 10 pallets of salt. It was a rough.
Dude, I was thinking about that. I drove by the hardware store today and they were like salt on sale. There's a lot of places getting stuck with a lot of salt
It's
this
time to
winter.
get it.
Might be time to
Yeah.
load up.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Ohio Pizza Shop runs an ad saying now hiring non-stupid people that are reliable, on time, and won't come to work in sandals.
I love
Shit's
it.
getting rough in Ohio.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had the East Palestine thing happen. I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard to find people that are gonna be reliable is the big one. Like if you could show up every day.
Show up is 90% of it.
It's
at this point.
90% of a job anymore. It's like,
Dude.
can you just be here every day?
You're talking about a manager who's just been like going through hell,
Going through
Right.
hell.
and now he's just trying to lay it on the line. Like, please don't waste my time. Like, dude, I've seen some dudes write some crazy things like in their ads before, and like, all right, you know.
I picture this pizza shop right now in my head, and I picture a dude coming to work in sandals, and the dude being like, "You can't work in sandals," and the dude arguing with him. And
I had a
leaving.
dude show up in sandals before.
to do
Yeah.
landscaping. You sent him home, or
Like, dude, you
Yeah.
got to go change your shoes, dude.
Yeah, but I think this actually came
Yeah.
up last week.
He had socks and sandals.
Yeah, that's crazy. So dumb.
what was the temperature like outside?
It was a summer day, but I mean,
But he had sandals
it's
on.
like dew on a ground.
You'll
What do you
lose your-
know?
lose your
dude.
digits.
Lose your toe easy.
You lose your toe.
Easy.
Like, what do you?
No sandals have traction.
What were you thinking?
Oh man, yeah, lawnmowers. Yeah, you don't want to fall underneath one of them.
Dude, yeah, but it's just weird.
It happened to my neighbor back in the day when I was a kid. There was like all those like crab apples and like raspberries on the hill that he mowed. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
And he fucking slipped.
And
right
raspberries, they're the
Dude,
worst.
he slipped right underneath that fucking thing. He fucked his leg up bad, dude. I don't think they had the life flight on, but like he was definitely in the ambulance. Scared the shit out of us when we were little. I remember that.
That would be scary.
Fucking right.
See someone fly into a lawnmower.
Yeah, he just like went because he had a pretty steep hill and it was running and it just right under that fucking thing.
Jeez.
Win blackjack dealer continues the deal for 15 minutes while player was in cardiac arrest, slumped over at the table. Player later died.
That's crazy.
It is, but like, you can't ruin a heater.
I was.
He could have probably called,
like your heart attack isn't my problem. It's Vegas. It's every man for themselves.
Did he think maybe he was just like drunk and he was just?
Yeah, I would assume, and that's what you had to think there,
Usually
right?
they'll
What do you
call
think,
somebody
Seabird?
over to like
1,000%.
clean up that mess.
They were thinking. I mean, I've been down rivers before. Never with anyone had a heart attack where people were like drunk to the point where like the dealer didn't deal them in. You know, what I
Right.
mean? Like skip them, like because they were just like, and like they call security.
Oh god.
But like if you're passed out at the table, if the table's hot and dudes are just like, we're gonna get people don't want that guy to leave because now someone's gonna come in and take his spot.
Yeah,
and-
fuck up the mojo.
And fuck up the hands.
So even on a crap table, dude. Like I know that's like, dude, like somebody stepping in while there's a heater.
Craps is intimidating, man.
Yeah.
Dino, I thought was gonna kill this dude one time.
Yeah.
The last time I was there, I had the dice hit my hand because I was trying to get something in late, and I was, people were upset. It was luckily it was a bunch of like tech nerds.
Yeah.
They're like, "Come on, big guy, shut the fuck up." The fucking accent.
They said, "Come on, big
Yeah,
guy."
Come on, big guy.
I love that.
Shut up. My fault. I think I did it twice actually. So
I used to like I didn't really know exactly how to play craps, but like just going to the casino with Dino enough, like I would like throw in with him like smaller bets, and like I used to like watch him like I hope his fucking dude don't come over. I hope he don't come over here, and the dude
he was the
over.
worst with that shit.
Yeah, everything was like superstition.
Yep.
Like this guy's a fucking loser. Look at what he's wearing. We're gonna lose. Everyone's gonna lose their money. Here, let's get out of here.
I did feel bad from the one time we were in Vegas. We were out there on not on Dino's dime, but he had the host. So
Yeah.
he got us the suite, he got us the free booze, he got us like the reservations and shit. And like me and him went upstairs to shower, come back down. You dudes were playing craps. Just learned how to play craps that day. You guys were on a heater. And if Dino was on that heater, he would have won like at least 20 grand,
At least.
30 grand.
'Cause
He
he
said
bet
40 grand. He
easily
was so
40.
yeah. He
Dude,
bet
at one
so
point,
heavy.
dudes were throwing for like 45 minutes, and we were just like,
I felt
That's
bad.
crazy.
I, felt bad
I won
for him.
1,300, and I was betting like such a pussy.
Right.
Like,
So yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, if he would bet everything in the hard ways, and I'm
he
like,
could have cried there. Like his
yeah.
face. Like,
he was on the other table, just like looking at
He
us.
was like, I can't go over there. I was like, no, you can't. You know, because everyone's like, ah, and like you got it. Like, you just can't. You can't when someone's on a heater.
Dude,
like
the
that,
best
you can't
was
jump
like
in there.
how it like formed. Like Sciulli was like, dude, you just want to go lose some money. I'm like, I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're like bored. Yogi came over from like Caesars looking like he was gonna kill himself, just wandering around, and I happened to run into like, dude, what's up? He's like, fucking lost like $300 in like 10 minutes over at Caesars. I'm like, well, jump on in, buddy. And then
Get
next
on
thing you
there.
know, yeah, he like won. I think he ended up winning like $3 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought for sure Dino was in a cry tears that day. Georgia woman intentionally drives SUV into Popeyes because they forgot her biscuits.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it seems normal to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Don't forget the
Good
biscuits.
I mean, that's what you go to Popeyes for. The
Yeah,
chicken and the
biscuits.
biscuits.
Dude, I went to Tupelo Honey this weekend.
What's that?
It's a spot down Station Square. Why you give me a look?
Tupelo Honey, the
Yeah.
sandwich. What was the other place?
Sandwich
Pittsburgh
Society.
Society.
Secret Sandwich Society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got all the hot spots, dude. I'm impressed.
Yeah, John, I'm hip. I do hip
I
shit.
know. I need to, you know.
You know, I can't go out every weekend and get fucking blacked out for 3 days, so now I go to like restaurants and shit.
All right.
But they had some fire biscuits. That's what I was getting at. Some really fire biscuits.
When I'm a sausage gravy and biscuits guy. Are you into
No,
that?
see, no, I don't know if I am into that because I don't know if I ever had it.
Yeah.
There's always like something like, I don't know, I'll get something else. I got like this breakfast bowl was fired, but they had like these biscuits with jam and like butter and shit, like as an
Yeah.
appetizer.
I like a jam and butter.
Yeah, and like it
Biscuit.
was just like you mixed it up and it wasn't all put together. You know, it was a little fancy. You get a little side of honey.
I'll tell you where I got good like brunch at 12 Whiskey Barbecue. There was a dude down there used to make fire ass these like biscuit sandwiches.
So you what? 12 got a nice looking fish they were promoting too. That might be my Friday spot.
But gotta hit up for the Fiznish.
Yeah.
Check that out, everyone. 12 Whiskey Barbecue sponsor Greenfield Finance Podcast.
If not, check out Tupelo Honey. Tell them Jack sent you.
Where's Tupelo Honey?
That's Station Square, John. Station
I
Square.
haven't been down there in a while.
Me either. Last one, brother in arms. Oh, sorry, we got two more. Lady kept bumping man in a cart at Costco. So we had this chick just ramming in the back of this guy in line at Costco. He was taking it, looked behind him a couple times. You know those Costco carts are like beefy.
Especially if it's
They're
loaded.
big carts.
You could kill somebody.
Dude, so this chick is just being an ass. And it was one of those like fuck around and find out moments, dude. She fucked around and she found out. This dude picked up the shopping cart and threw it on her. Not at her, on her. Like she got
How
hit.
big was this guy?
He didn't seem to be that big, dude.
Really?
No, like he seemed like a normal sized guy. He had it up over his head and he just cracked
Over
her.
his head?
Over his head. It was fucking.
I need to see this.
You don't
video.
see the video I sent you?
No, I was busy plunging.
Oh man, yeah, dude. It was one of those like the big cars.
This thing in it?
Dude, I think like everything might have fell out when he went up over his head with it, but dude, he cracked her.
Did he just leave the scene?
I believe so. And like, dude, like not many people were like, that's what you get. Fuck around and find out.
Was she videotaping him to be funny?
She wasn't videotaping. It was a camera, store camera.
Okay.
And it fucking smashed her.
That's a new thing. Like people are like running.
No,
their
this was no joke.
To be a joke. Yeah.
No, this was definitely. I'm gonna. That's like attempted murder, maybe.
Yeah.
He probably shouldn't go back in for a while.
Yeah, you probably want to
maybe
switch to
Sam's Club for a little bit.
Yeah.
BJ's Wholesale. They have nice mangoes.
Dude, could you imagine? Dude, she might be dead.
She might be dead.
Yeah.
She's definitely went to the hospital.
I would say, yeah.
But why would she run into him?
So she
like
just
that?
kept banging him with the car. People are crazy, dude.
People are assholes, and they don't think bad shit's gonna happen to them when they do stupid shit. And next thing you know, you got a full Costco cart on top of your fucking head.
Like the Costco etiquette, like with the carts, like they should like. You should have to watch a short film.
Look what John's doing when he's trying to watch his fucking dog.
What do you mean?
Or walk your dog. You got fucking people.
Yeah.
People are assholes.
They're sticking him.
Yeah, her dog has anxiety.
Have you ran into her again?
Nah, she hasn't been. I haven't seen her.
I have a feeling she might not be back.
Nah, I gotta get. It's Duke's birthday today, man. Happy
birthday, Duke.
Yeah, he's just trying to jam his meat and everything. I gotta get a handle on it.
Get him neutered.
Get him clipped.
Yeah, he's due. I gotta get this. I gotta get a dog.
You said
license.
what? Wait a year? They said.
Yeah, he's due. I'm ready to get. Yeah, he's got to get it done. But like, I need a little training. If there are any dog trainers out there,
I'm sure there is.
Listening, yeah, someone's got.
He's
so
pretty.
I know dogs get that red rocket going.
Yeah,
they come on shit.
Yeah.
There's dog.
I mean, yeah, definitely. He was humping stuff, and then it was like all wet. It's not good. He's not. Yeah, it's not great.
Dog load's no good.
All over the couches. And
Nah.
Yeah, dude. But once he gets that like whiff, like that's the thing. Like, dude, he's a good dog. But if he's off his leash and he sees another dog, like he ain't coming. Like he can't be like, come back, Duke, and he'll just look at you like, no.
He's ready to roll.
Yeah, he's listening to his dick.
Yep. That could happen at a young age.
Yeah, it could.
Could happen at a young age. Lady wants to twerk on her dead friend's casket before they put him into the ground. Family wasn't too happy about it. She's like, that's my man. I want to twerk on him real quick. And, like, they're about to roll him down into the fucking ground. And, like, the family got up and grabbed her. She got all bent out of shape.
She said, hit that motherfucking radio.
Yeah, she wanted his,
play that gym. She wanted to twerk on the casket.
You want to twerk
That's
on
what
my
he's
casket?
into. I'm not into it. Maybe that's what he would that's what he would want.
Would you want twerked on?
No, probably not. I mean, because you're going to make my family uncomfortable.
Right.
You're going to make everybody else uncomfortable there. If there's just like a couple of you guys hanging out and you want to like, twerk on my casket or do something stupid.
Right. If she's close enough to him, she'd probably get some private time with the casket in the funeral home.
To twerk on it.
This is in the cemetery, though.
It seemed like she
should have got that done in.
Yeah, you're right.
She had
Get
some
there
drinks.
early.
I think she had
or
some
stay
drinks.
late.
Or stay late.
Stay late, probably.
She definitely seemed like she had some beers in her.
Oh, she Henny.
Yeah.
And doggy dog.
No.
Sciulli's favorite.
All right, let's take a break.
All right, we'll take a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ebert from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're in the real estate market right now, if you're buying, selling, looking for someone to be a property manager, I know just the people. Carlson & Associates, located in the heart of Pittsburgh, Southside. Carlson & Associates, not just known in the Southside, they're known all over the Pittsburgh area, and they're great at commercial and residential, and they've got you covered. Call 412-431-1718 or visit their website at casouthside.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in a light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're looking to go out this week, if you're a guy or a girl and you're looking for something to do and you and your friends want to go out, why don't you check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Not only do they got some of the best drinks in the world, they got over 100 craft beers, and they absolutely have some of the best food in all of Southside. So check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street if you want to go out and you want to have some good food and you want to fuck. I don't know about you, but shit's always breaking around my house, whether it's my washer, whether it's my dryer, whether it's my stove, whether it's my fridge. something's always breaking. I used to have a handyman, but you can't rely on anyone nowadays until I find Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. They fix TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, and everything more. These are the guys that call, and they get the job done right. That's Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. And tell them you heard it on Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? You looking for a fun night out in the South Side, but you don't want to get punched in your face? Neither do I. That's why I'm going down Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. You want to go somewhere, have a beer, hang out with some people, see some hot chicks or some hot dudes, but you don't want to get punched in your fucking face? Well, go down Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. Have a good time and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Who better than Angry John to let us know what's grinding them gears?
All right. Well, I needed a TV. Where do you go when you need a TV? I go to Costco, but Best Buy, get the 12 months, same as cash. That's the only reason I go to Best Buy. So I go in there. Like, I could have ordered it online and probably should have, but I was like, let me see this in person. Dude, you go in there. They had a lot of people working, and I swear, I've never been so ignored before in my life.
Yeah, the Best Buy customer service used to be like, they used to be jumping down your throat.
Yeah.
And now, you're right,
Don't
talk to you.
The one dude turned around, and I swear to God, looked at the wall. We, made eye contact, and he, turned around and just stared at a wall like he was reading this little sign.
They must have zero incentive, to sell
Zero.
something.
I'm like, cuz I know which TV I want. It's right here. I told the one dude, I was like, can I go grab his cart and just put it on? And he's like, nah, we prefer you don't do it. He's like, the one dude, tried to help me out. Took, 25 minutes, just to go get this TV. He's like, I'm like, this one's right here. Can we just, he's like, nah, this is kind of like advertisement.
Model.
I'm like, there's 10 of them here.
Yeah.
Just give me one of these.
Dude, that Best Buy's hard to figure out, dude. I don't know what they got going on down there.
I went to Monroeville.
Okay.
Well,
So, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want the TV. I need a TV. I want it now.
how many inches we talking?
70
Nice.
Oh.
for the bedroom.
Nice.
So, yeah, I want to light it up. My old TV wouldn't die, but I couldn't stream anything on it. That's how old it was.
Yeah, that's old.
It was pretty old. So, whatever. So, I'm going through all this. Do you want this? Do you want that? I got my car here. I can put the seats down, slide it right in. Dude, they come out to put it in. They're like, nah, dude, if it's 70, you got to put it straight up and down. I'm like, it's not gonna, because it's so big. If you hit a bump, it could break. And I'm like, dude, I'm kind of willing to take the chance.
Yeah.
Just put it in.
They were like, one dude was like, well, I'm like, what about, they're like, we can give you free delivery. I'm like, how long does that take? One dude was like, you can take up to a couple weeks. I'm like, he's like, or you could run a U-Haul. I'm like, cancel it. Return it.
Yeah, right. If you're going to beat.
I returned it, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, are you trying to mess with me right now?
So they wouldn't
Right.
let you take the TV?
They would have let me take it, but I would have signed something. I should have just said, put it in there, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because nothing would have happened to this TV.
Oh, so they wanted you to sign, say they're not responsible for any damage.
They didn't want me to lay it flat. They wanted, I'm like, so what? I'm going to go get, I could go get a dump truck and then what? Keep it straight up and then put it down with ratchet straps?
That's
yeah.
That seems more dangerous.
Yeah, I agree.
If you hit a bump, it'll
How much there's so much styrofoam in this thing. What are you talking about?
So what did you do?
I told them to return it.
Yeah, then what?
And so, I was like, nah, take it off. I don't want it. Then the one dude was like, oh, man, let me talk to you. He's like, dude, I can have it delivered in 2 days. I'm like, why'd he say that? He was like, called over. Why would you tell him 2 weeks? He's like, oh, I was just trying to give him worst case scenario, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Well, you're being a little cocksucker.
you're being
here.
a dickhead, dude.
Right.
All right, you think I'm really going to get a renter U-Haul to
Right.
get this TV here when you have free delivery?
So you can make a video about you not laughing at you. Look, I made this guy
dude,
rent a
he was just
U-Haul.
being such a dick. That's why I'm like, just take it back in. I don't even want it.
Oh, fuck Best Buy.
Right.
So did you get your new TV? Did it come yet?
Yeah, they delivered it.
How
They
does it
did. They
look?
delivered it in
Yeah.
2 days, and then I put it up, and it was fine. I'm just like, dude,
70 in the bedrooms. That's a lot
it's
of
pretty
light.
bright.
I mean,
Yeah.
you sit in
Do you-
section 2,
Do
you know
you
what I mean?
sleep with the TV on?
I turn once I doze off, I wake up and turn it off.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But I was sleeping the other night. I woke up and I felt like it was in a movie theater.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was.
You
it
got
was
the soundbar?
no, I didn't get that.
It's in your bedroom, yeah.
Right, I'm not what Basically, I just want to be able to, like, I couldn't watch, like, even, like, a good Steeler game. Like, my TV was, like, 50, and, like, it was fine, but, like, it was just an older TV. Like, you know, maybe sometimes I want to lay down and watch Cobra Kai. You know what I mean? But
I get it, man.
But no, like, these people at Best Buy, like, they couldn't be any worse.
Yeah.
Like, you want to sell this TV or not?
Soundbar. Are you a soundbar guy?
I got surround sound in my living room. It was the best decision I ever made.
Best decision you ever made.
I got an income tax return, and I decided to go crazy and got the $159. So it was $259.
What does it do? Do you, like, feel like the feel it?
The subwoofer's behind us, and then the soundbar, and then there's two, like, the soundbar is right in front of the TV. But then behind us, there's the subwoofer that sits on the floor, and then two tiny speakers.
Is that more for gaming?
No, it's way more for movies and TV shows. And you hear shit with surround sound that you never hear in a regular show.
That is true.
Like, you'll hear, like, background noises and shit, and you'll be like, oh, shit.
See, dude, I wouldn't mind that. My girl, like, thinks I put the remote up too high anyway.
So I'm here,
saying
yeah.
I'm, like, deaf, and maybe I am a little bit, but.
Yeah, my left ear is garbage.
Yeah, my right ear, I can't hear out of it.
Zebra, what do you got?
I was going to go one thing. We would go with this thing that happened Saturday. We did a comedy show Saturday. I didn't talk about it because it was fucking horrible. And we went up to this place. I'm not going to name the place, but they told us to come. They had switched management. They said they promoted the show. They didn't. Walk in. This place is packed. There's not one poster on the wall saying that comedy is about to start in 25 minutes. So there's 3 different birthday parties going on in this bar at this time. And we literally get up there to start doing comedy. And go ahead.
Is there, like, music on and everything?
They shut the music off. So then now they're mad that
the music.
They were pissed
off.
the music got shut off.
100%.
They were chirping.
And then the people sitting in front of us literally had their backs turned. And then, like, they're sitting at circle tables, but you'd think they'd turn around.
Right.
But they didn't. So, like, they got fucked with a little bit. And, you know, like, we were just, like, telling regular jokes. And the lady had the nerve to come up to me like, people in Monaco don't like this dirty talk. And I'm like, listen.
While during your set?
Like, she came up to me during one of the other comedians' set. Like, people, they don't like that dirty talk up here. And I'm like, listen, I was here in July. We fucking killed it because they knew there was a comedy show. People came to watch a comedy show. It was set up. You didn't tell anyone. You didn't advertise. You ruined these people's birthday.
Oh, so this is like a manager that came up and told you this?
Yes. The people in Monaco don't like dirty jokes.
Yeah.
Tell me,
I don't like bass either.
Yeah, I lived in Monaco. I lived up there. You know what I mean? They love a good dirty joke. You know, it's right by Gateway Rehab. Got a lot of friends in Monaco. She's full of shit. But I wasn't mad at the people. I was mad at the management of that, the way. Like we were treated.
Right. If you don't know there's a comedy show and you're built for,
I'd be
you're going
annoyed.
out for something. Yeah.
After doing Friday, where you're coming off like a high, it's like almost being. It's not like Comtra's not exactly like the Improv, but besides the Improv, it's the next best place to watch a comedy show, I think, in Pittsburgh. So you're a packed crowd. They're listening. They're laughing. There's a fucking baby there. It's an awesome night. Then the next night you go to Monaco, and you got people's backs turned.
Did she pay you what you were supposed to be paid?
No, and I take responsibility for that because we were supposed to. I never said I was going to do a 2-hour show, but we did the last time we were there, and this time we only ended up doing an hour because no one's paying attention.
Right.
And I got flustered, and I cut it short, and like that is a lesson I learned. Like being new, I'm pretty new at it still. I've only been doing it 4 years. Like I'll never do that again. I would just like go through it. But as a newer person, I fucked up. And like she kind of had me there. You know what I mean? I couldn't argue, but I did get half of the money. But like I just felt so disrespected. Like to not advertise it, to treat us the way you treat us. Like to me, they didn't like say anything. Like usually if you're a comic and you want to pop, I mean, even like they won't give you like tons of mixed drinks and shit. But usually they'll give you a beer or whatever. If you want pop, they'll give you a free pop. The one dude, they were charging him for pop.
Oh, man. Charging for pop.
Guess you ain't going back there ever.
No, but it was weird because the guy who managed it before I got a hold of him, told him what happened. He's managing a new place and was like, dude, we'd love to get you guys up here.
Back in Monaco?
Yeah, I like Monaco. It was just this spot. Like we did great at this same place in July. Same comedians. We go back now with different management. They didn't know there was a comedy show going. Imagine you like.
You should take that other place down.
That's what I'm
Take
on a
'em
mission
down.
for. Yeah. We're going to have the best comedy shows in the world there.
Yep, and just never go there ever again. Just
Yeah.
go to the other. I mean, I can imagine there's only 2 spots in Monaco.
Yeah.
So just go to the other spot.
Yeah. And have the time of your life.
Everyone's like, man, we should go to Monaco. Some crazy shit happened to me in Monaco when I was a kid. One of our friend's cousins was supposed to drive us to the mall to get shoes. Instead, drives us out to Monaco to sell some weed. Gets set up by the persons we're going to. There was a full-blown raid. He gets arrested. Their mom had to come pick us up in Monaco. They thought me and our friend like had some big conspiracy where we're in this like selling weed. We were seriously like 12, dude. Maybe like younger than that. It was a wild night.
You had no idea what the fuck was going on.
I didn't even know where we were at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like fucking, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, I didn't know where Monaco was when I was a kid.
We were at the place where they just set this dude's cousin up, and they were staying there, and like the cops like left us. Dude, it was so strange, man. It's one of the weird nights of my life, but that's all I ever think about.
How
when
much
I hear
weed
about
could
it.
he
Just
been selling?
Did they just leave you there? Like they were, you're arrested and you guys were leaving.
They
you there?
arrested him, and like I remember just being in this person's kitchen, and it was clear as day. They just set his cousin up. Like they had like all this like food. I remember like they had like 2 Hunger Busters and like shit. So I'm like, man, why are they all Hunger Bustered up out here? They look poor as fuck. And I'm like, 2 Hunger Busters? But it was like these cops definitely let him get some Hunger Busters because like this dude was coming out here to sell him like 2 ounces of weed, and like they seriously kicked in the door. It was fucking nuts, dude.
Sting operation.
And I remember being so young and like still thinking like, this ain't right. Like something's up here. You know what I mean? Like that the dude's our friend's cousin was so
And you were
stupid.
just in these people's house, like
Hey, dude, John, sitting at their kitchen table.
were they still there?
They were still there, yeah. We
Were
had
they like, you want some Hunger Buster?
no, they weren't sharing that Hunger Buster, and we were like, dude, can we use your phone? And like, dude had called his mom. Luckily, she was home. You know what I mean? And they came all the way out to Monaco and like scooped us up. She's screaming at the cops, like, you got these little fucking kids. And like the cops were like pulling away, and we were still at these people's house. It was weird as
Wait,
fuck.
they just left you at the house that got set up at?
There was like one guy that stuck
a
back.
police officer.
One guy, yeah. And then like he's like, these kids know more than you think, man. They're up to no good. I'm like, dude, I was supposed to go to Century 3 and like get a pair of shoes. We have the Kennywood picnic tomorrow. Like that's how young we were. And it was fucked up. But yeah, anytime I hear anything about Monaco, that's what I think of.
Yeah, I would too, man. That's fuck.
I got a gig around here. It's short. It's just like when people say like when like somebody makes a good play or somebody's talking about their favorite player and like he's him. You know what I'm talking about?
I hate that.
Like he's him or like Jay-Z's him. Dude, I don't know what it is.
It's just saying that dude.
Yeah, or the man or like my favorite. Saying somebody's him it grinds my gears so bad. It's fucking crazy.
You're usually pretty hip with the young.
I know, and
youngster
it's
stuff.
definitely some old man shit, but like, you know, you got to stay true to yourself. And it's serious. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like when something like I hate seeing it in a tweet. I hate hearing it out loud. I fucking hate it. Please stop saying it.
Makes sense.
Especially if you're like over 30. Cut it out.
Why is there over 30-year-olds?
Yeah, there's nerds on Twitter like he's him, like
LeBron.
LeBron.
I was just saying,
dude, like,
a LeBron James person would definitely say he is him.
Yep, no doubt. All right, let's take a break.
All right, buddy, we'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. You might recognize my voice from Greenfield's Finest podcast, but you'd recognize my face more from Rosado & Sons Landscaper, where I've been an employee for over 5 years, where I work with owner-son John Rosado. If you're looking for quality landscaping, pressure washing, snow removal, and lawn maintenance, which includes fertilizer, grub control, weed killer, call 412-521-9045. This isn't some pop-up operation. They've been in business for over 80 years. So if you want good, quality work, call Rosado & Sons Landscaping at 412-521-9045. Tell them Z-Bird sent you and get the special discount.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur.
Did you just get the bad news that your girlfriend's fucking your neighbor? Well, it sounds like a pretty shitty situation. I got just the answer. Miracle Movers. You need to move in a hurry? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're fully bonded and insured, and you're not taking any risk like you are with your whore girlfriend. So call Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620 and get out of that house before you catch any STDs. Did you just walk into your bathroom and take a giant shit and realize that your bathroom is a giant pile of shit? Well, I got the answer for you. Bath Factory and Window. You dream it, and they build it. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. From your bathroom to your windows, transform your home with Bathroom Factory and Window. You can also find them at bathfactorywandwindow.com. Hey, what's going on, folks? I don't know if you knew this, but the number one reason people get lawsuits against them when people come over their house is faulty steps, faulty sidewalks. What are you going to do about it? Your house is a walking booby trap. Well, you can call Giuseppe & Sons. Need your sidewalk and steps fixed or replaced? Call Giuseppe & Sons at 412-421-6711. And if you're looking for any masonry work in the Pittsburgh area, these are the guys you can trust. That's 412-421-6711. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Thanks for sticking around. We're about to jump into What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
Would you rather be stuck in Jurassic Park or stuck in Jumanji? So you're going to be stuck in one or the other. It's either going to be Jurassic Park or Jumanji. Which one do you prefer?
I know more about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm not 100% clear on Jumanji, but I'd rather not be eaten by a dinosaur.
Well, Jumanji.
Pretty petrified of them,
I
actually.
think you'd rather be in Jumanji then.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll
crazy
take
shit
Jumanji.
could happen in Jumanji.
It's a game, and there are people outside.
Yeah,
of
like there could be like
influence.
cavemen in there trying to rip you apart. There'd be all kinds of crazy shit going on in Jumanji. Jurassic Park, you just got to outsmart the dinosaurs.
They're pretty fast.
Yeah.
They're pretty big. They're pretty fast. They can smell you.
Yeah, they can't see all that great, though.
What's the vision on a dinosaur? What dinosaur?
T-Rex can't see.
So
They all go by smell. You don't remember that little idiot in Jurassic Park? Like, don't move. And it's just
Yeah.
like, and the fucking
T-Rex
dinos,
goes by.
dinos right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got little pea brains.
Yeah, I think I'd probably outsmart a fucking couple dinosaurs.
But what would be funner, you think, Jumanji?
Jumanji would probably be funner because you're playing a game,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you know the objects to survive.
Okay, so then, yeah. I mean, Jumanji seems like less likely to get killed, I think.
Yeah, probably, but I feel like there's like all kinds of like natural disasters that could happen in Jumanji, like literally anything. I don't know enough about Jumanji. I don't
A
think.
lot of external circumstances where the
Yeah.
people outside control.
Jurassic Park, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Right. If
And
you-
like we're going Jurassic Park 1. We're not going Jurassic Park like 5 where like, you know, they're just fucking having all kinds of dinosaurs fuck each other
and they're way smarter
and making
shit.
mega dinosaurs.
Dude, what
Right.
about pterodactyls, dude?
Pterodactyl.
that.
Pterodactyls aren't good for business, John. No.
Broop, broop,
Let me see that again.
broop, broop.
I don't know if that's a pterodactyl.
That's like a chicken terrier, like a huge chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Dude, those crows are back in my fucking house, man.
Who, the ones from Greenfield? What's wrong?
No,
This is a crow. We love the crows on the
No, not them
podcast.
crows.
Oh.
Real crows. I think I'm gonna have to beat the fuck out of a crow. Remember we talked
Dude.
about this a while ago?
Listen, so we're gonna put it on Patreon. Jack's gonna beat the crow.
Dude, I think there's better ways to get rid of birds.
No, there's not. That's the way.
You just want to beat it to death?
I want Jack
I bought
to
the fake bird. I have the
And
fake
they're
bird.
not buying it.
I don't move it enough. They're on to it. It's been like 2 years. That fucking fake bird's still there. I don't think they believe it.
Dude, if you blew off like a little, what do you call that bird shot out of the shotgun? Fire one in the air, get them out of there.
See, I don't
Is that
know.
allowed in your neighborhood?
I don't think. Was it loud? What is it?
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a shotgun,
but it's just like
but you're shooting a buckshot. It's like pellets like flying everywhere. Isn't it?
bird shot.
Yeah.
There's
What
like
did
a
that hit?
bird.
What did that hit other houses?
No, you
don't have
shoot
to
it
shoot up
straight in the air.
Ah.
But it would get them out of there
That
for
or
a
get
minute.
some of Z-Bird's leftover fireworks stock.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
blow-
Dude, we should go over there and like plan an attack on the fake bird, and just like you know what I mean,
Dude,
like
I
a drive, do a fucking drive-by video.
Dude, I seen a crow the other day, dude. It was the
Dude,
biggest
they're
crow
big.
I've ever seen.
That's what I
dude.
mean. These fuckers are
The
big.
wingspan had to
dude.
be. It had to be like 4 feet. I swear it was
It's
huge.
because that chemical spill.
And
in
I'll
these
let
Palestine.
I'll let Paisley out, and I'm like, caw, caw,
they
caw. And
want
I'm like,
Paisley.
dude, no fucking way, man. Get back in the crib. So they can't be gripping up Paisley.
I think your only chance is to beat the fake crow to death.
I honestly think that's it. All right, last one, and we're going to get out of here for the night. Would you rather fart once a year, but it's the worst smell in the world, and you smell like it for 2 weeks, or fart like you do now, and it doesn't smell, but you got colored gas that comes out of your ass. So every time you fart, someone's going to know because you're blowing colored gas out of your ass.
The colored gas thing's kind of like
Kind of fun.
I'm 41, like
Yeah, we got ladies.
yeah, like hey, let it rip.
It's not like we're going to be out on dates, you know.
Yeah, like
I
let
pretty
it,
much announce it my whole time I'm in my house anyway.
Yeah, I did. I literally, it's a
Right.
commentary.
Like, yeah, except for like Zebra, we'd be at work and you just like look over, I'd be cutting grass and you just see like purple smoke fly.
Coming
That'd
out
be
of
kind of
shoot.
funny.
Yeah.
that'd be a good.
Especially
good
after that Red Bull after lunch.
Dude, pre-surgery, I wasn't a big farter. After surgery, dude.
They got you moving now.
Oh,
That's
man.
good for you, man. You
Oh,
got that
yeah.
brand new exhaust system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet I got 3 or 4 farts just sitting here. They're not they're not smelly, but like, dude, there's some.
Once you walk out of here, you're just gonna fuck.
Yeah,
It'll
get 'em
shoot
in
you
here.
forward a little bit.
Yeah,
If
I'll
you-
fucking light this chair up.
If you were single, on the other hand, then you'd probably lean more towards you could just hide out for 2 weeks, do that.
Hide
worst
out for
smelling
2 weeks. Worst
yeah,
smelling fart.
smell like it.
Yeah, your apartment stinks. You air it out.
yeah,
Yeah, because you couldn't be like in the bar just like blowing. Or could you?
because that might be a cool party trick.
Right.
Like, oh, he's about to fog out the joint. And you're saying
And
these
it's a big
farts
green
don't
cloud?
stink, right?
Yeah,
you said
no.
it. There's like a colored fart.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Imagine how much chicks could sell those farts for.
Yeah,
That's a tangible item.
Yeah, colored gas farts.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's land this plane.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, got a comedy show coming up. Another really great one. Next Friday, March 10th, Contra Theater. Grab your tickets for that. Also, if you're a big fan of the show, you want to help support us, sign up for our Patreon. We're getting more supporters every week. It's a really great way to support the podcast. It's $3 a month, and we've been posting new content to it pretty much daily. Everyone, have a great week. And remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. We're out.